Hi, everyone, and welcome to the WISER Scholarship video. Today, we're going to be going over how to apply to the WISER Scholarship. So I just wanted to talk first to introduce our Executive Director, Joey Coburn. She's going to go ahead and get us started.
Great, thanks, Alex. Welcome to the WISER Scholarship Kickoff event. Thanks for joining us. So what we will go over first is I will introduce the other people who are with us today. We have Krista Irish, who is our WISER board president, and she is also on the scholarship committee. We also have Alex Williams with us. Alex is on the WISER Board of Directors, and she is also a member of the WISER Scholarship Committee. Let me tell you a little bit more about WISER. WISER is an association of professionals. Our organization was founded in 1982. We were formed to bring together professionals who are passionate about supporting our community's youth in areas that support accessibility, social and emotional well-being, and individualized learning. Our scholarship history. Our scholarship was established in 2011. To date, we have given out 26 scholarship awards. We are really proud to celebrate seniors who attend public and private schools from across the DC metro region. And we have developed a more accessible and inclusive application to allow everyone to apply and to make it easier for everyone to apply. Now, let me turn it over to our president, Krista Irish, who will talk more about past winners and application requirements.
Thank you so much, Joey. We're really excited to celebrate our WISER winners. And so we wanted to just show you 6 of our recent winners. These really impressive individuals come from across the DC metro region. They attend public high schools, private schools, even online high schools. As we tell you more, about our application, you'll learn more about the qualities that these winners have. And we're really looking forward to reading this upcoming cycle of applications and awarding 2 2024 WISER Scholarship winners. So before we get started, you may be wondering, where can I find the WISER Scholarship application? If you received this video in an email link, you're on our email distribution list. So you'll also receive a link to our scholarship application. It'll be a fillable PDF file. That email went out to over 1,000 local school counselors, WISER members, and other stakeholders in our region. That said, if you don't have that email handy, you can visit our WISER website, www.wiserdc.org, and look for our scholarship application. If you want to, you can even pause this video now. You can access the scholarship right now and have it in front of you or have it open in a tab. It's a 6-page fillable PDF. So who can apply for the WISER Scholarship? Well, we have some important criteria that we're going to talk about right now. So first, the applicant has to be a high school senior pursuing post-secondary education. So post-secondary education can take a variety of forms. If you're applying to a 4-year college or university, a local community or college or junior college, or a cooperative education program, you're eligible. Also, our applicants have to live and attend school in the DC metro region. It's a pretty big region, so if you live in Washington, DC, Northern Virginia, select counties in Maryland, like Howard County, Montgomery County, Prince George's County, you're eligible to apply. Applicants also must have a documented need for accommodation. So students who have needs, perhaps because of a learning disability, a diagnosis of ADHD, mobility impairments, chronic health conditions, sensory impairments, autism, the list goes on. If you have a documented need for accommodation, you're eligible to apply. So still, we get a lot of questions about this. So if you have a psychoeducational or neuropsychological evaluation, if you have a 504 or an IEP, if you have a formal school accommodation profile, or a letter from a healthcare provider or school learning specialist, you have that documented need for accommodation. In order to substantiate this need, part of our application includes that documentation. So you'll have to be able to submit the documentation with our application. Applicants also must demonstrate engagement in their community. This is really important to WISER. So we love seeing how our students, volunteer, how they care for a sibling or an elder, how they work for a local business. There's a wide variety of ways that our students engage in their community, but community engagement is an important facet of the application. So you want to think a little bit about, if you're an applicant, how you want to best highlight this community engagement. Our applicants, engage in their communities. They often have leadership skills and other related personal qualities. And they demonstrate this engagement through different components of the application, which we'll talk about in a second. But you're going to write, if you're an applicant, you're going to write, a few short answer essays where you'll highlight your community engagement. You're also going to submit a recommendation, and that recommendation could come from somebody who's familiar with your community engagement. So you really want to think about this component of the application. So what are those application requirements? We've already previewed them. And again, if you want to, you could pause right now, go to the WISER website, look at the application. But one, you need that documented need for accommodation. So there should be some letter documenting that need. You'll have the completed application, which includes a one-page application form, 3 short answer responses, either typed or recorded, a signed student certification statement, a signed guardian certification statement, and a letter of recommendation and recommendation form. Now, with these application requirements, again, what you want to think about is you want to look at those short answer response questions and really, think about how to best highlight both your experience with receiving accommodations and your experience being an active member of your community. So think a little bit about that and just make sure you're getting a recommendation from somebody who can highlight your wonderful personal qualities, your leadership skills, your community engagement. So when is the application due? Well, it's coming up, okay? So I want you to mark March 22nd on your calendar. That's when we have to receive the application by mail. So by close of business on March 22nd. So if you want to make sure we receive the application in time, you probably want to put that application in the mail by March 15th. We want to make sure that the application is complete and on time. And to help us with processing your application, please do not staple the application. Our executive director, Joey Coburn, who you saw before, has to go through all the application elements. And so it really helps her if you don't staple things. So what is the scholarship award? We're really excited this year to be awarding 2 scholarships in the amount of $1,000 each. We, give you that check to use as you see fit for your educational or post-educational needs. We'll notify recipients no later than May 1st. And we'll invite you, if you want to, you can attend our WISER annual meeting on May 3rd. Or a WISER representative will be available to present the award to you or to the recipient at a school event of your choosing. So now that I've told you a little bit about our WISER scholarship criteria and award and deadline, I want to turn it over to Alex, who's going to give us some important tips and also discuss some frequently asked questions.
Thanks so much, Krista. So I'm here today to talk a little bit more about just tips that will help you have the best application that you can have. So the first tip that we have is really just to make sure you read the application requirements in their entirety and follow them to a T. We accept so many applications and we want to give full consideration to everyone. So please make sure when you submit your application that you have everything in it that you need to apply. Like we said earlier, we do require all paperwork and applications be delivered to us by mail by March 22nd, 2024. So in order to ensure on-time delivery, please get your application in the mail no later than March 15th, just so that we can have everything in order by the deadline. You don't have to be, nail biting to make sure it delivered. So just do yourself a favor, don't wait until the last minute and get all of your information in by March 15th. When you look at our application and you look at the short answer essays, you will see that there is a word count limit for each answer. Each word count limit is about 250 words. So while we love reading all of your essays and we love getting to know our applicants, we as the scholarship committee are the ones reading applications. And so we get so many applications in and we just don't have time to read longer essays than that 250 word count. So please just be considerate and keep your essays under that 250 word count so that we can get through your entire application. For your recommendation letters, please ask for your recommendation letters as soon as possible. If you're getting your recommendation letters from your teachers, from your coaches, your counselors, they are moving into their busiest season. There's end of school, there's college applications, there's spring break. You all as students are super busy. And so that the adults in your life are also super busy. And March 15th is really coming up soon. So right after you close this video, go send your person who you're asking a recommendation from, send them an email now and just let them know that you're going to be looking for a recommendation from them, just so that they have ample time to not only get it to you, but to be really considerate in the way that they write their recommendation and what they say about your community engagement. Same thing for your documentation. Make sure you gather your documentation as early and as soon as possible, whether that's contacting your medical team or your school team. It does take a little bit of time to get paperwork through systems and for your doctor to remember that you need this thing, all of that stuff. So in order to make sure that you get everything on time, start working on that stuff now. That's probably the most time-consuming piece, is making sure you're tracking down all of your documentation and your recommendations. So don't wait till the last minute for those things. Have you never really mailed anything before? That's totally okay. We know that the mail is a little bit of a lost art now and everyone sends things virtually. But due to the nature of the scholarship and the way that we process, we do require everything be sent by mail. And so I know it can be a little bit anxiety inducing if you don't actually know how to send, especially large envelopes in the mail. So there's tons of resources on YouTube for you to access on how to send things in the mail. And if you need in-person help and you want more support, always stop by your local post office. The people there are super nice and willing to help you. And lastly, ask questions. We are here to support you. We really are excited to hear from all of you and get to know all of our applicants. And we really want you all to be successful in your application process. And so we'll talk a little bit after this on how to get in contact with us with questions. But we are also doing a live Q&A for our scholarship applicants on Wednesday, February 21st at 6:45. So you all will receive information on how to access that. But we are hosting that live event for you all to come ask questions. So if you can make it to that, that's amazing. If you can't, that's also totally fine. We have contact information for you to reach out. We want to make sure you feel supported and like you can reach out to us with anything. So please do not hesitate to reach out with questions if you need anything from us. With that said, we have compiled a few frequently asked questions that we typically get every year. So we wanted to cover some of those now in this video in case we can answer one of your questions right now. So the first question we typically get is how many people apply each year? And each year is different, but it has steadily increased every year that we have had the application for the scholarship available. So last year we had 31 applicants apply and 2 winners did receive the $1,000 scholarships. So, so the competitive pool really is different each year. And so the more applicants we have, the better, because we love getting to know our students in the community. How does the award money get disseminated? So each winner will receive a check of $1,000 to put toward their post-secondary expenses as they see fit. Like Krista mentioned, we really love to celebrate our scholarship winners. And so you are welcome to come to our WISER celebration in May. And if we can't deliver deliver your check at that event, we are happy to come to any school event that you have to celebrate you. If none of those things work out, that's also totally fine. You will just receive the check in the mail. Am I homeschooled? Can I apply for this scholarship? Yes, absolutely. We welcome and love homeschooled students to apply for the scholarship. The only thing that you need to consider is just that you meet all of the requirements of the scholarship, just like any student going to any other school. So you still have to submit your documentation for accommodations and your recommendation and all of that stuff. But yes, we love getting to know our homeschool students in the community and really encourage you to apply. Lastly, what does a successful application look like? Like we've said, really the best applications are the ones that are complete and delivered on time. Other than that, we really love getting to know how our students are contributing to their community and making it better. And so whatever your application does to highlight that, we love those applications. So please just play up how much contribution you've made to your community, how involved you are. We really love getting to know students who are passionate about supporting their community and being engaged in it. So so as long as you shine through your application, it's going to be a great application. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to Joey to talk a little bit more about how you get in contact with us if you have any questions.
Great. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Krista. So the contact information below, WISER at wiserdc.com, comes directly to me, and my phone number is listed there as well. If you have any questions at all, get in contact with me. I'm happy to help you and answer any questions. If you put scholarship in the email, I'll know that it's about scholarship and I'll get to it as soon as I can. We are here to help you, and so we want you to apply, and we welcome any and all questions. Please be sure, again, to mail your application to us, to have it to us before the 22nd of March. The address is listed here. It's on the application as well. And again, we welcome you to join us for a live Q&A session, February 21st at 6:45. It'll be on Zoom. If you can't find where it is, just send me an email and I'll send you the link directly. And please join us. And thank you so much for watching the video. And we look forward to getting your application soon. And we hope you have a great time with the process. Thank you.